Passengers, not the kind minibus and the kind car when you dey enter. Oh. Passenger, not be every bus or car you see you go enter. Oh. Look at well. Oh.
What's happening?
All the bus, Ministry of Transport. Yellow and red, but no number, no code. No code.
Now code be the problem.
You know, yeah. Say for this level, this area when I did so Iki happened last 2 weeks.
You know they see the way that the road be, so they talk about
government not they do road for any season. Dry season, I government they do road.
Talk on those guys.
Okay, government not they do road for any season. Mommy, how are you? Nice to see you. You know what to make me call here?
Yes.
We get one report to say make passenger now if they want enter bus.
Yes.
Maybe they know the kind bus.
Understand?
Because they wanted to come put some kind of allegation for our head for here. No. Kidnapper and bandits said that they load for this place. Okay. Now I say no, make I come.
Yes. Me confirm. As you confirm, they see any this year.
No, if passenger want enter bus for this junction.
May they look the face well. Very important. Osko na Osko. Like you so they know you now. Osko na Osko. As I dey say, mama. Passenger know me, I know passenger. I know my own know me. All those who carry money from another side to call here, they load, they carry money to the go.
Other people when they talk so. Other people that they work for dancing and you believe. For evening they will come and they work for their route they don't get. Now they carry apart for the kind of people.
No, you won't tell me say the people where they work here, the chairman, when people they organize here, they know the bus driver where they work here.
Yes. See the list. See the list. All of you. Yes. The list all your number. I mean, but
you know, yes, so Iki happen here. You know, here.
Yes. So let me happen when they walk. Let me hear they walk. They walk here. Now they tell you so they walk here. They go carry the back. They load for back. Yeah, let me our line. They carry to go for business. That's how they load. Other than be dancing motor and new motor. And they call it load.
If I won't go power now, power Uniben now.
Not yet.
Now tell us say the bus now confirm.
If you see me there, you say confirm. The big part. That mean that. Now we dey control. Now me dey control yes.
Make it dey fall for one chance. But you understand me? When bus go there online, they don't turn by turn. When the bus or they make them move. They go waka leave the bus or say they plan to where they go. No. They'll go from that side. That place go enter motor for there. And maybe motor when they enter, only 2 people they inside. The 2 people na thief. Doesn't they go they'll enter. They'll go rob them for that.
So if passengers see one bus they load,
they enter here na genuine.
No, if passengers see where they load. Make them make sure say they food that bus and enter the next bus.
They go front, they want go enter the one. Maybe say if they blow, they go for this area here. It don't concern us.
Yes, no, no. I do that.
We dey agree. It don't tell. Respect, greetings. Passenger why enter bus for this Ibiwe.
Yes.
I go tell you the confirmatory bus because of something wey happened 2 weeks ago.
We get packed. Now yes, that be our pack. Now they give us the motor they load, so that anyone may do load for back. They no load for our pack here.
All those impatient drivers,
all those armed robber, kidnapper, now back now they for the go they load. Now here be the pack where they give us the motor they load. If they forget things, they forget load. Now here they give them back. They come here, we give them back.
Yes, those people will be say they do that thing. Now for first.
you believe.
That's an allegation, no?
No,
You don't fit to say na first minibus now they come the road this year.
You know what you want to do one day, It not be say I not put your cash, but that's what say he plate number not come day back, but he put for front and not see. When they don't push that girl through away, Now they pass that wire road. They zoom past it. Now the guy come me say whether I know that motor. Now say oh, I don't see the plate number. I say this motor not be this route for the work.
But why did they thief minibus?
Minibus.
Now here you dey walk?
No, not be at the walk. I come out road, but when you go watch it for here. No, I come out road.
You know that driver?
No shaking, I park it.
Oga, now you get this bus?
Yes, sir.
Are you the real driver of this bus?
I'm the real driver now.
Yes.
Are you the driver of this bus?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Because you know, yes, one day some kidnappers use this level to take operate.
Yeah, now.
Why you hide your face? Sit down well.
But like your boss be this.
Yes.
Sit down well.
Now, why code not there your back?
Which code be that one?
That number.
They never do come out now. I just spray my motor now.
Okay. Now they pursue all of them. Now they pursue all of them. They not fit park here.
No. Who park here? Know what you go see now. Don't say Martin. Know what you go see. Who knows say get a make up time here? Nobody talk about my make up put on. You go know say
Mini bus not fit load for you.
You want that? You want that no? Why you go know say yes eh? Kaki no be leather. Make up pack on. Dirty. Dirty. Dirty.
This ring road, people they complain about this ring road. Now I don't go ask all those drivers whether the people, all these drivers who they work here, whether they know them. You know, say one matter happened like 2 weeks ago when they say kidnapper can't use minibus load for here.
That's what they talk.
But I know since then, that's why all of Nana don't
Now I make all of us day here. They watch. We wear uniform. Sunday we not still wear uniform. Sunday we not wear uniform. So once he look, make we see all those there one chance. You know when if they happen before, now we for sure all of them.
Yes.
So now since they're not this side, they're not about the day before. Now they don't come this side. We'll pursue them. We'll go hold them. No worry.
No, what will be your advice for passengers? Because for passengers, now any bus they just enter, they just jump.
The thing is that's why we always preach about this Central Park. Very important. You see, but if they take that place now, they're not going to see one chance more to enter. Because we not fit there here all the time. I fit there here now, I go here, say hold up there, I go that side again. Because these people now, and the time when they come, they know they come for daytime. Now in the evening, they come. Around that kind 4, 5. Now all those time, they'll look and say all those security agents, most of them don't close. The hair go down. They'll come, they'll say, and all these people, they go get old man, they will get old woman, we go there inside the motor. They go get old woman inside the motor. So you now, if you want to enter, now you can't see old man. You see it the day, you see it your man, you go enter. And meanwhile, the people they want to perpetrate the evil now, they go there front. As they come up from where everybody there now, they will come do like say stop them, you go enter. The other will do like say stop them, go enter. Now so they can. If now here, we for the hold them.
What if we catch anyone now? What will happen?
If we catch anyone, I know 2 ways about it. The governor don't talk and now execution now for ring road. After that 2 weeks court now execution. So for me, you all know say we catch at the right time. They will see good evidence. They prosecute them. That's it.
Everywhere gallant. Any person went to anyhow.
It's anyhow. Thank you, sir.
Ilaklo. Alpha. Correct. I don't suffer, not be small. Opposite, I get sense. Poverty no good at all. Oh. Now you make I join this business. However, Mona relax, no small, the soup that finish. Mona relax. The soup that finish. I don't suffer, not be small.
I guess.
Poverty not good at all. Oh. Now you make I join this business.
2000.
I see you now, Manicure and pedicure. Manicure and pedicure. I see you now, they're everywhere. Manicure and pedicure. They're everywhere. Manicure and pedicure. Now what? No, what you do here?
They work then and now they ask me what they do for it. Now they give me work. No understand.
How can a mature guy tell you say you not get work? How be banana you dey sell so?
I supposed to be here.
Because the banana from my backyard they grow anyhow, from my front edge they grow anyhow. No banana we scatter everywhere for Nigeria. You cannot walk on the price and you not call the insult me.
That's why they talk now.
For my backyard, they grow every 3 months. Now it they come out.
3 months don't reach now. Now tomorrow be the 3 months. No, you go.
Not the person here, like how much this one?
Only 2 million.
That's 2,000.
Only 2 million now. That is cold.
I give you West Alako. I give you West Alako. I give you West Alako. 2,000 naira.
You know where you are there?
That one with my backyard go Surat.
You know Surat make something. What did they happen? Also know you. But you know America. You okay? We never. I they see you all the time. And they admire your program.
Waiting they happen soon.
Now waiting they happen. Now waiting they happen. Now waiting they happen.
Waiting they happen.
Who they drive the motor? Who they drive the motor? No, I want to know who they drive the motor. About so many one chance mini bus not everywhere. Who the driver of the motor? Clear. Get the bus. No, some boys, so many boys go kidnap.
All the show for the unit. I want to show for the unit.
That don't know where the shadow does that, you know.
Yes, the thing is they work with check now.
You know.
The thing is now where the for the apple, you know those Oluku Road. They say battery no dey abeg madam borrow me your format make up. Before you know, when you give them say our battery no good. Before you say
bypass.
What do you dey see now? So you know say mini bus na jet. If you like zoom in, when they mark guard, they help everybody when you see you. Mark your guard. Now you they show they help with your phone, your Airtel, your phone accessories. Your go.
No, make the passenger mark your guard.
No, not match your guard. Not go let the hard way. Oh. Not go let the hard way.
Passenger match your guard. Oh. Passenger hold your outside. Passenger match your guard. Oh.
Do small.
Waiting they happen.
So far not be small. Or per se, I guess sense. Poverty not good at all. Oh. Are you the driver of this bus?
No, I'm the conductor.
Passenger, hold your guard. Passenger, hold your guard.
Airport road,
with this man, when I see for this bus, my mind don't call down.
Okay. Airport road,
They cover your eye. If they kidnap you now, I will tell no say you dey inside the bus. If they kidnap you now, I will tell no say now you dey inside the bus. Passenger, hold yourself. Oh. Huh? I think say you not see me. You never hear say federal government of Nigeria don't ban all this sachet.
I never know why you not go stop company. It's supposed to go company now.
Okay, no, you dey talk sense. Before NAFDAC go call the arrest you now. May they go arrest the company.
The company and people may sell them for Mission Road. If they don't arrest some people, no, see where they buy again, no buy again.
You never hear say federal government don't give NAFDAC power. Any man, any woman, where they sell this sachet drink, make them arrest them.
No, I never hear. My first time when I hear them for your mouth.
Okay, it's not the first time when you hear from my mouth.
Truth, I never hear them.
Say they don't ban all this drink that they put for sachet.
I never hear them. Truth, I don't feel like give you. I never hear them.
And where you they buy and they see they sell them?
They sell.
Mission Road they sell am.
They sell am.
Okay, Mission Road and company they sell am.
If they are ready, they stop a company. All these of you connect.
They want to people tell us say they don't ban them, but they don't tell us. Me no know. Now first time.
No.
If of you go stop am.
No.
Who stop am?
No, Nigerians they drink all this sachet well.
You don't know.
You know fit also you don't know. Sorry, let me pick up my guy. So you don't know say.
If they stop company, of you go start to dey buy for company. And some people they sell am, we go they still sell for us. They don't fit say they don't sell for us. If some people go company say they want buy, company of it say no sell for them. If they stop company, of you go start to dey buy for company. That we now will still start to dey follow of you go dey buy for me.
Waiting these people when they sell them to the consumers, they talk say, if true, federal government and NAFDAC ready, make the federal hold the company where they produce all these sachets. And the person
wey suppose more arrest don't be we. Now company and then go people
shop. Now would they fine? How we go take 6 months to chop? Now we just define. So if they go tell them say make they not do am again, we ourselves will not go sell. We'll find another thing we will go do. Because this one now one and come 1 + 1 and 2. Now we say they manage, say they survive.
Where is the driver of this bus? Hope so now know the driver of this bus where they load this motor. Now people tell they enter one chance, so you say you don't go. Passenger go enter, they go jump enter, they go enter one chance. They go know say na kidnapper bus they don't enter. Wow. Oga, respect boss. Are you the driver of this bus?
Yes, sir.
Are you the driver of this bus? No, because we want to know who be the driver of the bus. We don't enter one chance. Passenger, know the kind mini bus where you dey enter. Oh. Passenger, know the kind mini bus where you dey enter.
Don't be loud, guy. One chance, 1 kilo. Don't stop for don't say one chance.
Okay, along.
Don't be park.
And that alone, then they collect their purse, collect their phone. But if you enter for park, we'll give you what you lost. Person love iPhone, I carry I give him. You understand? But if you enter, then for yesterday, I enter here around 5. I can't tell that one man say, estate gate now 500. He said no, they carry am 400. As he reach there, not reach 30 minutes, he dey cry come back. What happen? He said they don't collect before collect money, they push out away. Now say that one good for you. Enter bus, you say no. You want to go enter along. Now along, now they thief for this road.
Hey!
And they tell you the truth. And the truth be that. If I say she entered this one that day, they for no thief am. What will they see?
Yeah, now get unite. We are united here.
We know ourselves.
Yes.
The person of you come from Kobai, come the load here.
No, whatever.
Except we not see am.
But a mini bus at the drive now. I don't fit carry my mini bus for Adua, I come load here.
You not general, your face show for the worldwide. Everybody know you. Understand?
So that bus where they go now, una know am. This bus where they load now, una know am.
We know am.
See the owner.
See the owner.
All of us we know ourselves.
So what will be your advice for passengers now?
What we advise? Make they enter motor for park. Make they don't dey find because 100 naira. Because 100 naira, maybe here na 300. You go dey find 200 naira how they go. Problem don't come.
This way they forget for motor, go see another. As they forget another, they'll come meet am. As fast in a park. Anything where they forget for motor, they go see and sure those things where they there. So.
Like what they front. Hey, passenger.
Now person forget this one. You see, now person forget the eyeglass. Now they will come meet time.
Any year they come.
Now they will come meet time.
Many passengers say that they enter one chance for this mini
now
bus.
one chance now that they enter wow. Maybe they look face. Maybe they come back. If they come back, they load, no problem. But if they say, imagine say they go Lagos. Lagos now I think 20,000. Somebody say one carry you for 12,000. You enter.
Now along the road.
No, for instance, say now what they cause problem with that. So if they enter, may they forget say the money. If they enter for the normal place, no problem.
Passenger! How are you? Passenger! How are you?
I greet you, sir.
How business now?
Seven.
People they buy them.
They buy them.
Small.
Small. No say they wasn't a food they want. The food. They say they never chop the food. They say they want buy perfume. Now man, I call they patronize them. If not, they not go buy.
You can't give them some ladies.
I tell you.
You talk,
preach.
Say good me body they sent.
Yes.
Go say but you never.
Say money not reach to buy food for Bele. What did they want use perfume? Do I go to beg them? Oga was soon not be smart too.
But if you get opportunity to me, you take get work way better past this one.
No, Baba God don't do well.
Now you leader.
Nah. What you talk soon and better thing?
No, you believe say God will locate your help and I mean you get better work.
Just now, yeah, if you God bring better locator, when go locate me, go favor me. I don't boom that one because wisdom there, I tell the.
I will tell you.
Me. If you reach me, I'll give you your man number.
Give me your number. People they watch us online.
Just now, man.
But if anytime I come this place, I'll see you.
Just now, every day. Now they also they preach when they buy this perfume. Every day, I tell you.
But you say if you see work way past this one.
Sharply, I move.
Give me your number.
Okay, my number now is 0. Okay, my quick. Sharp. Now God just bless me so. My helper don't locate me.
0
081 186 414 97. Ogban. Don't can flash me inside.
You feel work any work?
Yeah, Mandala. I go work.
Any work?
I say you know see everywhere cause there's everywhere they hot. Any work even on a clear, even on a like bouquet, I don't go. That's all.
What do you want to use this money do?
This money, if you reach me, but get small picky for us where I see they also go they feed. Money your corner, open business, also they. I be tell you, only say I don't see money to open shop. Now I can do also like this. I lay hand work.
Stop this your number. Learn hand work.
Yes, now.
I like machine. You like me? You get machine, Abi?
Yes, now.
Machine. Hey, what be your name?
My name is Faith. Or Nyeme.
What you doing?
We do pataki.
Faith, right? Faith perfume. So you believe say through this talk when me they talk so God will locate your helper for work?
In fact, God already locates me. As I always say so, God already locates me.
Any work you work?
Yes. I don't go. Even though anyone will just give me now, I clean me and I sweep you, I don't go. But in fact, as me and you they talk so God don't locate me. I thank God and I thank God where I thank RTV. God go bless RTV. God go bless RTV. Nobody go feel winning that TV down in Jesus' name.
So you believe as you see me so?
Every
your mother don't show.
I tell you, God don't bless.
When I come here online, more come out for streets.
Amen.
She say any work she go work.
Yes. Come on.
I don't suffer, not be small. Upon say I get sense. Only God can do
what no man can do.
Unchangeable.
Unchangeable God.
Reliable
God.
Only God can do.
Only God can do.
What no man can do. God will locate you. Will locate you. Hey, wait.
Waiting they happen soon.
Now waiting they happen. Now waiting they happen. Now waiting they happen.
His Excellency, you know say you tell me that they say you should bring out the boss. Who will bring her? Bring her come out. So that all this our conductor, our driver. One of the biggest problems when Nigerians they face na transportation. Transportation don't chop their salary. Transportation don't chop 60 to 70% of their salary. His Excellency, that new bus where you want bring so now free we go take enter.
Amen.
Who say amen?
Amen. Amen.
I said the new bus will come now bring come now free we take enter.
Amen.
Till election day.
Amen.
You say Celeste, they say amen. No. that new bus where you want bring come and so now free we take enter.
Amen.
Till January 16. That bus, may I tell you the name?
No.
The name of the bus is Akpako bus. You know, say before we get comrade bus, this one is Akpako.
May I ask you a question? Why is it that waiting people talk, waiting we talk for our mouth to don't they chat for TV? Why?
No, this one where you talk so.
Why don't they chat for TV?
No, this one where you talk so, I must bring a comment.
Why don't they chat for TV?
I must bring a comment.
People go talk waiting there, but no, we don't say for news. You know, look at them off. Why? Why no do? I want to do like that. They go come out with person talk. You don't think you know the woman here to government. Why do you go off?
Wait till they talk so we go show them.
Show them. I got to show them. Una go let you talk. Don't go come out for TV now. You bring the one where they sweet to people here.
No,
sweet government.
They blame television station for Nigeria.
Yes, I'm blaming. You not up. Yes, I blame una. Una they do who here.
Television station.
Yes. No, they said the needful. I got up that in that go over upload some the way people can see. They very to the government. It is wrong. If you not they go know what they talk about. No fear on their head. No good. Una be our eye. Una be our representative for that place. Now go talk with the pattern. Cut and off. Can't the one way using a put for people here. No good. No good.
I can't kill myself.
Kill yourself.
I can't kill myself. Oh.
Waiting they happen.
Okay, we're there for Benin City, Edo State, South Nigeria. And we're there for King Square. Hey.
Hey, you know what happened? I beg, I'm waiting at the top of this country now, man. We all know. I want to know what did they happen for
okay, what's your problem? What's your problem?
Yeah, the problem now, what did they happen for this country now? I want to know.
How much you take back for today?
Well, now 1,350 for this country now. Me, I don't tell you. I don't tell you. No. I won't go Libya. I won't go Libya. This Libya now, I won't go now. I want to leave this country.
When people they talk, say, Makuna Wakana, you say you want to go Libya.
I say I won't go Libya. This country don't tire me. It don't tire me. It don't tire me. From that, tomorrow now, I go Libya. Tomorrow, I go Libya. Because I don't know as this country they be now every day, Tuesday, every day.
You know, yesterday they used this kind of bus do kidnapping yesterday.
For which state? He got a distributor number.
I'm a guy. Correct. Move. Wait till happen. How much you take back for today?
The fuel every time don't increase. Me don't understand. I want 1,330.
You know, you say that because of American Iran when they fight, you know, yeah.
Because of American Iran they fight, that because they buy fuel high. They can't go just 1,150 just now. No. I won't buy fuel. They see 1,330. My brother, you buy for me.
Who be these people where you carry so?
Now passenger now.
But they get mark for face. Are you a passenger? We go carry kidnappers.
Never.
We go carry bandits.
Never.
No.
Yes, I'm businessman.
A businessman.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Hey! But we don't see again now. Try to contact me now. My friend. Correct. You're not a barrister. Correct, my guy. You enter now?
I've been a fit.
No, you enter.
I want to enter.
You enter. You don't already do TikTok, Facebook, everywhere.
Hey, don't cheat.
But Okpebolo will not collect money from Ola.
No, that's senior brother. Okpebolo na senior brother. Ah yes, senior brother. We
don't. They say some people they collect money from Ola.
They won't die.
Hey, all this guy na street. See ya. Na street they do.
Now waiting they happen. Now waiting they happen. Now waiting they happen.
Waiting they happen.
ITV, certainly the best.
na bota now. Ugi bota we say ni why. Wa bi die ho. When die him akada the ade ma we po wa 7 say. Ke wa so no we zadia we team awe even mawata ni o wa we de yo. Osaloba no ri again ni ma ya fe. Ibota wuna we politics. Wuna ugi na ya temata. Ma ya le lu hie do me no keke no o ya ye. Ibota ki. O khare do. Are oge do. No ideka. O khare o ma we ke ya. O ibota ma ru ne de. Egeni na ye na. Ni wa ya ye ba ne ariye aru ya ne ivie mo atuha maya oha atabibota e ma yewe tan na ni wa dere na nia eni ma agwa kan oka oge igiogbe ewi na igiogbe we do oke de kan oku na ga e soro ma you know ikani wa ona ogun egun yewe na ore wa na o te Victor Ibizugbe obokan yewe
baba bota aduna wa de na uzomo
kwala jawi ye
wa bitota wa bere na ka wa wa ka bo gbe hokoto wa do he ma kan agbona hu da na te mo no manya me ati nu na ri me ke na tai mo no ya we ni yori e wuku o wa he me nwa bo wa yo pin o na la ha wo emi na agbona we ga ho ya we ni hu da ovun ko bo ma gu hu oru mo pa ma wori e kesu ge wa wa hu la ba no gwa mi yo to owo se o ma ri o pare le gbe no ri e wuku wewe oto awa rugbama o sa gba ru du we si oge ode itore oba to pe
ise ni wa ya iwadan e matana ugi bota no me no be gwana o re o sayo wa bo o se mi gi ero no ri edo ba yo ka o re do ya fe ina be o kagbe o wi yo ya worldwide o saro ba ola wo no gumeto no le duwa no da hime mana peto ni wa zero time emi giogbe oye sufin awoto ezo bu no yere court ba me giogbe igbina yero ni ara gwo igbo are mo le ri ase oku ayo to eri no sofa yàrá ọ̀pá ayé pàṣẹ a máa wẹ̀ náà rí ewúkú ráyà sí mi bò wáyé mọ́tọ̀ zébìrì sàlùbọ̀ ha ukú na ga ọmọ ẹ̀mí náà yé ẹ̀bẹ̀ do ọ̀tẹ́mẹ̀ bọ̀ ukú na ga.
Ẹ̀dọ́ ọ̀wẹ́ ọmọ náà tọ̀ sọ́nà wẹ̀sí ọmọsọ̀ ẹ̀sùn làpá mami ẹ̀wẹ̀ ọwọ́ ọ̀nà bíẹ́ ọmawu tó fi ya hu da we de agbo ya wo do pa agbon re garo ana te we no mawu e o dari abeji owo na pa ona ya he we wo nwini nwina sa bo age ni ba gbon mi no yo bolu no uyo to e mo no se ai owe ugbo ni ro ma gbe ebon wa e mo ni iyan yi so pa ne deri ye na no ka mo wa moto woto gbo imoto keke emi baba se ayoto ola do kin ki awi lalagbo no gogi so kanyo ma ri bere ere owe o ma no su sekun emi na wu o ma ri opa le gbe o se ayoto we no we wa ye wuku ni a we wa ri hu lo fun ko bo bai mi no gba enwa o kire ya we ni ami na ye gba ewu na de uvie ni wala ho wowo ugba gi ma lu enwa wa we gelegele ugu ne ra se ayoto omo e ori huoma no ka ri tedo omo ri huoma ba ga ri uku ni o we keke na ri uku no we do kin o logo ma yo maruwa o ma keke omo na ri uku aho bari ni kin ro yeye ni ra ka won to nu we awu ga so re hu da we a ma eruwe ma fi aro ba a nu we do fi an bege na meni we ye me wo ge be me nwa ri be se ni eruwe awo be so re nu we do wa ni uyo di yawe awi ayifie taya mu gbo he hu do ni we ri ori to we ga wo pa wa fi ya ni ra do ge ra na me uro no se ba bi ha ra emo na bi wa e wa se e han yin ore ra igbe when I be where say area will be not pass rule that work where only pa mo cow no mu ko give so gba na gi ma kin alukan wu yan pa ora gbo wa ko de so le bo do fun agbo ma ti ma mi ori ona ma ya ga mi ri ma se ayoto ne ke na si ologo ma yima gbo oba atope
ise wọ́n sẹ́ ni wọn máa yù ní kanṣu wọ hùnẹ̀ ẹ̀ má sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀bẹ òrìva àwòrán ọ̀bẹ lẹ́nu yèyí wù ọ̀nà anáwìgà bìyẹn òwànìyẹ ewúhù ẹ̀rá bọ̀ọ̀ yèyí rẹ̀ wúhù yẹn. Èyí náà bí bọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ rí ètò bí yẹn ọ̀nà bọ̀ ọ̀wá yìí ọ̀bẹ̀ òrèvánà òrọ̀pá ọ̀nà wà á ìkúkú ẹ̀vá ẹ̀há àìní nọ́pà náà bẹ̀ á ìpè à nọ́sí sẹ́nsẹ́ hàn òkú ọ̀pá náà bẹ̀ arúgbó ẹ̀bùn yàn gbogbo ìjọ wọn rí pa ẹgbẹ́ yẹn ara kù yẹn náà mo wà ní léra níbi èwú kù yẹn náà mo ní nọ́ọ̀dìọ̀ ìjógbẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn náà ni wọ́n ẹ̀ ní yẹn náà yà mú ẹ̀ o wà ní léra níbi bọ́ oyéwu rẹ̀ hàn ó rẹ̀ yíyan ẹ̀yìn nọ yẹn náà mo ní lóko náà pa yẹn bíbi yẹ yẹn náà mo ní ẹ̀ẹ́dọ̀ náà làdìàwọ̀ ni wọ́n ẹ̀. Emana owana agaye sia wokeke na agaye we ni meze wi oni wa ya magaye se ijogbe ni nda ijogbe no ro ni ne na mu ra no kwa yi owe no don omodun no napa no weke awe ga ne ní kòkè nígbà ní àná ìbíra ìpè hànà ìpè nínú àwẹ̀gà ní àwọ̀ àìwèrè ní nígbà níkẹ́ ní èmi máa sọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀ ẹ̀yìn náà wà fìọ́ ní ìkúkú nùrọ̀rọ̀ ebi ẹni rí yàn àìwàsẹ̀ níkẹ́ ẹ̀yìn táwọn ní ẹni gọ́ tí àgà ìgbógbẹ̀ ìyẹn máa ń sọ̀tẹ̀ ìmí ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ̀sọ́ náà dé níwọ̀n ẹ̀sọ́ ní ìrótọ̀ oye ni agbinayo ihon oze na tabi o keke na ga eme o te inu kan kiri wo keke na ga ba ni
do na wuwa ma me be na ta ene na owo ka na bo hie eri ri be ri o be ka na yo go to kiri na ya yo ho aba gun ame ni bi ma gun ame na na ka wa hiai awe atena baby ku ya ma ye ti gbe be ri gele o pe ana no kun mi na ori yo re ja ni ori e wuku ore ni kin aga e kanene o boke be si e kere ina be ki boge ori boge ina do ga me ureva ni e bo ni e ana fi ane e manike na ga ni e ni ore ni ka oni wa gu ene oni virus me na ado we gbe ra ni ewu ne I ga ni ore ni wa kin ni e bona de wu we gbe no we ne no we han no yen ga ri e bo o wa ne na we wa be ye mi wi mo gba we mo na nu da wo pa la mo na wo pa mo na ya fefe we ma mu hu ta gun ya o na ri e bo o ti e ti o ni ke na fure me ke na ga ru wepo yona wa we vana we vio no zeka e grace we vana we vio o ti o ni ere no be pe akra no be o ko woge aberi ari ni iye ya be me kere wo ne ge na wa gbi ho we emi ni e to boy ye o boy ni la wi to ni e wa fi abowe eyin mewo wo o ma de yu
onora eya na munira no ewuku yana munne ni le boy ni na wa munuro re e ti ni pa e ha ene waruto ni mi ma so bo amaga nia e banage ina we ne si e boni no wa nu poge vani oni hu ni opa wa mo na
hu ni opa oni o ke na ra ni ra hu ni no we gene so bien igi ogbe ni wa ki oni re ba ni ni na mi we era do ba ni oni ahan do ra I be fiani e
we see da ma be fiani o ma be
ma fiani o do ye be oku era imari ra bo oma e so pa ne era e
wa e wa da e matana o be bi ro ni awa be kan yi owe aye o ye wa le o àwọn ọmọ ọ̀pọ̀ oge yo ale oko ale o yo wale o àwọn ọmọ ọ̀pọ̀ oge yo ale o yo wale o àwọn ọmọ ọ̀pọ̀ oge yo ale yo wale o ọmọ ọmọ ọpọn òjẹ yóò ọ̀nàmọ ìmàyà nẹ́rù ọ̀nàmọ ìmàyà fẹ́ ọmọ àrùwà yàfẹ́ wà nídà yìí mà náà ọmọ pẹ ọmọ mọ́kòrò ìhàn àdí àrùwà ìwẹ̀ àbètọ́ wà yàtọ̀ ẹ̀dùnú pẹ̀ o rí náà gẹ̀ nọ́wé ṣẹ́zọ́ rẹ̀ ní àwẹ́yé òkú ọ̀rẹ́ Lagos Street náà ìsúnúyẹ ní ọ̀nà ọ̀rẹ́ ìwú ona supura uhu ni no se ani obie ona rie uhu obie no rie uhu na ona ira supo maiko amaiga ni iya me baba iya me ya iya me wago abe bigwe yen yire o mewe ko ona wu
hey
ẹ̀wọ̀n mọ́
sàbí ìfàmì ẹ̀wà ẹ̀kọ́ àwà
ọ̀rí wo ni a ẹ̀ẹ́gbẹ̀nàwọ̀ ẹ̀wà máa rẹ̀ yèrè rẹ̀ ọ̀ọ́tí ọ̀bí òbí rẹ̀ òbí yẹ ọ̀nà ẹ̀gbẹ̀nàwọ̀ náà rẹ̀ ọ̀nà rẹ̀ ọ̀rí rẹ̀ ẹ̀nẹ́ obiera obi no mae ra ya ona wi onyawa ona gwe no kwa wo ko se ti mu jogbe owe nyonya wa ge
ona de wa ọ̀pẹ̀ àná ọ̀rá àárọ̀ ọ̀nà era yegbe yi ọ̀nà ìra ọ̀rí ìra náà ọmọ ikọ́ ọmọ náà ó yóò mi ní ọ̀zẹ́wọ̀ mọ́dún àìwíbẹ̀ yá fi àyọ òkú ni ọ̀rẹ́ kìnnà sọ̀rọ̀ bọ́ àrímìẹ́wẹ́ yìí máa zùkú ni á sọpọ̀ ọ̀nà àmọ́ tẹ́ ìnádògbà àmáyíká yára ìràmì rọ̀pá èmi náà kẹ́kẹ́ náà sọ̀rọ̀ bọ́ káyé rà ẹ̀ ní àwà rà ẹ̀ ní ara rà ẹ̀ ní ọtí ẹ̀ náà rí ìmùdí ayẹyẹ ní èmi náà rà ẹ̀ ní ọwọ́ tí ẹ̀ nínú.
dáa náà mẹ́wẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ inú ẹ̀ èmọ́ o àmáyíká yára rí
èmi náà kẹ́kẹ́ náà sọ̀rọ̀ ìgbé orí ìbí ẹ̀yìn
ẹ̀dùn ẹ̀rọ wàdà ẹ̀hẹ́mìn màtánà.
ọ̀nà yìí lẹ́yìn yìí kéwì yìí sọ̀rọ̀ bọ́ rìgé wa ni àsìná wọn àti ọmọdún ọ̀rí pa ní rírí alẹ́ tó tọ́ àgbọ̀mọ́ ní ìdòwò àríwó kéèké ọ̀rẹ́ náà jọ ni àkàwárí ọ̀rẹ́ wò bọ́ pa ọ̀rọ̀ anọ́mùdí àyè èyèké ọ̀rí òrì ẹ̀ náà ọ̀rí ọ̀tí ọ̀rí mùdí ayọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ ni táwọn ti rí ẹ̀ ní ẹgbẹ́ ìwé sùnú ni mẹ́mí ẹ̀ ọmọdún ọ̀nàgbọ́n àrò òbọ̀rẹ̀he òbọ̀nùpọ̀gẹ̀và ẹ̀ẹ́mọ̀mọ́ ẹ̀ẹ́màmẹ̀ yìí náà dòwú akẹ́gà àrẹ́gà property anára ọ̀rẹ́ ògbẹ́fà nẹ́rí ara rẹ̀ anámọ́pá anámùmíẹ̀ Etio eni yegi be simi e na gba yobo be ya mu ake ya aga we ni nini
wese ni wa ya wa hel matana huda e na ya wa kan wo bo be ni bu owe onwa e o mako o mako be do we pada ki e no aniru nai nako ukome owo modion e roko ukome oni o ma vi hore ai yako emina yako na kini wae o wa ni ga paari awa ai ye to azite ai abi na yin oboyin owe gbeso ete egon abiri ai ye esoro abe yabe ai aso esage ai ko na yakugbe ono na ado mayu worue na we do kana o aye mayu worue ne wono na aya ye kana ya si wa ba ro yimi pe bi yan ni maka ro mi gerede e ba ni adan na ya we adan ra we agobo o ya fi ma ya wo ni hu yo we ora enorie ewewu ora emo no se ya ra to ya pe zo ile gbe na to mu ya si won le ka iwu yan aso iye yo wo awe swi yan ni ne awe pe ma adu wa gba be ipede re yan na ya ro emi ni oru eni ariri ebi wa aido yo aso egbe ni adirade oni edo ya akọ oni edo ari kureba ukure na ika ayo to nu gipo ni egbe ni eri eyo ukure ni eri eke oni eyan igbe we yinya we okore uda egbe ni de mi ma we de re ma lawa da ma gwa wa osupi yise ogbera radio iyen we bege na de mi ma we de keke ri to beye èyàn se anawe radio na ya ye wa ni re we orion kò yé ragun ye we orion iwe unu orion ye iwe unu onyo orion be o ma ra wu orion ri pa iwe re o pa unu re onyo spirit ni ma bege ni ma bege orion ni ma be hion ina we bege be to de ko yin ona o we ewe na ya yon ofun no binu sarobo ya iye oni aye we ga ba we iro ni wa oni we ne ukome yi e kala o be we ro ge egbe makata ba eri awu eme omopa o wa mi omodion ni iye we wu okoro eno dori eni biele mo so me kwefa no idovio oibo wa ona eni ewu adogbo wa bari ko wa owe ha owe yi owe ana iya iro ri fune oto yewe ro na ma bo wa yi yana wo bi oye egbe na wa gari ana wa wese ona we igogbe na no uwe igbe na orin yen no ekene ya mo ni eyo wa ni rin ebo yi ko wa so pa oyin ete no yin se ane ni tie ni aga ni tie yo pa ta ti wa mo o wa be ba unda ekene amo ma yi igogbe no na na amu eye wa ni a igogbe eri no so pe yen pa se ti igogbe no re wo ge dai ke no re do o ge da no kwa do yo boy egbena ona wega otone na mai bona wega ni tun egbena wa woyo yana eto en wa ko yo we o pe va gbera pe agbera pe ne gbera ba ni mo ni awon imerere ya re ne ya we amaga ese na gbewe gbedo ga mi iwe ari mu jegbe o ewi ni ari jegba ma egbena we ma o tun wa ga de ro wa te ko yo ya we ama iko yo ni egbe na wo ma so boy igbe egbe na wo ma egbe na we ni ya mwe ekena wa da mwira yini na mwira yene kpe ne ya ne kwise uge ne a uge hani yana we amoni ne igogbe no uge weva na kesu gena uge weva na yana kya eva yana mune echo eva wage on na we mu oye ne zo ni o be keno ye ni o ko na de e mo che na ne no gwesi me na ya gwo ge sto gwo ge ya ni re o wani wage o teme
mata ma we na ye tie mami okpe na temo na oria oke erin akewu erin awu ona yira anamu wani anamu ne ase igiogbe oge now oboge ina we have we ona bobai meanwhile era ni odo bi ale imobi we awe na tawe na wata oto mi wiro pa ye ni oke na ri ni e ma ni ke ya ni ke ni dore ni e bo ni keke we no ewuku ni wa yo bo mu empty land no to ke kana ma be mi yin ro ni a kan ri ni e ma ni ke ki e ga me ko no ma olawo ma wa do mu bo na wa mu ba wa ga ni ra do boy yi ko wa ni ina imoge o ri ra no ni ra mu yo to ina gi mu ni o ri ana wa la de wa go ru na wa yo bo mu ana ya fi ni abuto kan emi no ma e wa ti ewu ara mi wo ka gbe na bi egbe won bo yo boy gbe lori o were gbe do fi were do mi ewu wa de kere na ya papa gina ike agi do mu na omojo do me ne gede gbe o da ra ile mo ne buti aberration o ma de yuvi wo ri me oge e te wa no mami ebe no wije ni ewi emu no gwa ni ogage to na ma be wa yi ni o be fian ni ma no ma so bo e ke ne ko be fun ya yi ama yi a si yo bi awe wu no we so ni ada ga gbin na ga kan egbe na eri hin aye de yu fian a ke na gbon mu re eyin mi mu re so bo no ki eyin mi mu ja ni ma na no ma oba atokpe ise edun lo pe re iwada yi maruda emu ku na ga na o ma te ewu egbese re gede de eso re ro ya iwada yo nya ewani mana dekan ogwa na ka ga ni obi o no jon ga yin ya we akoyo egbe we awe ko yan wowo awa ipe na ipe ha ipe agbera e ba awu igbe do ga aya ga ni agbe yan do ga ni yan do mu wa ni da do ba o wa ni bu yeke ure ne yan na mu no modio ina do ga no wa igbe no wa ma da po no ro yan do ga ni bi ka e do ro pe wa he ni he roda amira ye wa ri ko wa o igogbe ni no wa de ni e mi so owo mojo ni no ne da na we amira yi oge tebe no so pa yo pa wa vie eva ana yi bi se ane ga ni anike ana ku yan ni re awe na do ga igogbe egbe no we mi ni ya yi wa ma fiase do we wa gunwe money imare o unda ogbera ge waya mi we oreye oko oyira e ba wa ya ka yo no e obi ya de do we no ore oko ni ogbera popa ogbera pe ogbera pe ya e ba wa ibe gege yi obi ya wa ma ya ri de is that obi ya asa de ri na ye aya ri na aya ri ro pa ni no matter about you okay eri ma ya ge o ni wan so de yo we ro ni mama en bi ni ma o la mi no keke na ga wa ni na eni ni bu ro be voto ni wan o ye o wi ho gbe ni maka beta ma oni ro o go na oro o wi ni a mi na we ga o ye na we o we ro egbe na o wi po wa mate na ko ọmọ boy ma mo na yoto we ukome oke ka bo wa we ilele ukome ni o egbe ni taba na na ri egbe na na ri emi we gbo oyin mi na ri lo
n'ozie ni mana ya gbogbo ayi yoko wa ye ezieke ado a si wa bele ma wege ne de ega na o ipe di yan e ba na fi ma yi e ma ni asofi moyo
we na no ye no ya hin e bo hin ya wo wo wi me akoni ọ̀ràn náà kọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́ ni ma tí wọ́n mẹ́kẹ́ náà dùn àwọ̀ ìlú ìwọ̀ yìí náà máa kọ́ àyàwọ̀ ìlú ìwọ̀ yìí.
ẹniwa màdéjọ ẹ̀yẹ̀wé gbà ní màdé ma tó erima lórí àwọ̀ ẹ̀sọ́ ògbẹ́múdà Dr. ẹ̀sọ́ ògbẹ́múdà ní ọmọ UBTH gbọ́ in 1969 erima yẹ tó Professor Greg Akeswa lọ́wọ́ ìwìnàwá ìwúlẹ̀ sí sọ́wọ́ ìwúná ìrọ̀lọ́wọ́ yàrá wa èrè òde ní Professor Dr. Udiwe Iredosa ọbẹ̀ àwọn tẹ́wẹ́ wàká àbọ̀ ìwúná sẹ́yìnsì ìwúnú wà ọbẹ̀ ìyàgbọ̀n yáfẹ́rẹ́ wà ní ìwúná rẹ̀ UBTH èrè òde Dr. Osahan Inabulele màmí ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹ̀hún dá sún ẹ̀ Dr. ẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀ ọ̀tàgbọ̀n yáfẹ́rẹ́ yẹn òkè uteni edo mọ̀sísẹ́nsì uyọ̀wọ̀ ìbáwọ̀ náà ìwúná rẹ̀ nọ́nà Vivian Abba òsùn dọ́kítọ̀ nìwéré wa ẹ̀kú orí ẹ̀dọ́ Vivian Abba wọ́n orí ẹ̀dọ́ Vivian Abba abẹ́wà ọ̀bọ̀ òwe ìwúná sẹ́nsì Professor Dr. Enwa Daliti Obaseki nọ́wé dàmú ẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ yóò tẹ́lẹ̀ màkà àbọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ mọ̀sísẹ́nsì rúdà màwé mi òwe ìwúná bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́wọ́ ní UBTH kàtẹ́kàtẹ́ amanu do ya saiwe no ya gba upe 50 years na ri mwe e ba ni gbo ìmúná ìṣesí ìwọ̀n náà máa yẹ wẹ́yẹ ẹ̀rẹ́ ọtí máa Professor Lydia Idia ìṣe ìyàmù náà dáwọ̀ ìdílé náà sàrúbà náà wọ́n lè rí ọ̀hún ẹ̀ lùkà bọ́ ìyàmù náà wẹ́ ní àníkẹ́ ìwọ̀n náà sọkún máa wẹ́ yí wàrí níwọ̀n ẹ̀ wẹ́ ẹ̀ náà yànnà wà tá náà yàfẹ́ ń gbọ́wọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ rí ó tọ̀ ní UBTH náà bọ́ ló wà náà yìí èyí rọ̀ pa àmọ́ ibi gbọ́wọ́ rọ̀ pa lọ́kọ́ ìwọ̀n náà wá ẹ̀rọ ayé ìyọ́wé yàfẹ́ wòtẹ́ Nàìjíríà èmi náà yàrá ní àtẹ 5% àárín ní èèrà bó wáyé àárín ní ẹ̀wòrán nyàrá ó gbọ́wọ́ UBTH gbọ́wọ́ yìí dèrè náà yèrè ibi gbọ́wọ́ màá rí ya níwèrè dọ́kítọ̀ ẹ̀yà àmà míyàn wa òun yẹ̀yà sí yàn ní polótọ̀ mẹ̀wé mẹ̀yọ́ náà yọ̀ tí máa rí rẹ̀ Idia Professor Idia ìṣe ìyàmùnà ìrọ̀ náà náà mẹ̀wé ibi gbọ́wọ́ náà bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí ǹda utoni amahasa ni rima amahasa ni yima na motoni na ugbo ya mo abaro ogbemudia Dr. Gbomdo gwoge ya fe ni wa ya to wa pe e ma ni wenye si ni nguna ima ya be ayin are me mana be to salo ba tenika e ma na mu gibo ta de na yoto no sa bo se nyi no jotu wa ya fe ateme we jotu
na bu wa na bu zo mo wa ya we si e ho wa ya dan he na sare bu wa ge golo mo lare wa we sa la to ipon mo de we no re eyin no ra gbon o taregbe yo no me ke na me we ni a bi se ya ma ala o da wa ya mi ji ko ya ke no wa ye ke no wa ka ri si
ọba ato pe
ise
ITV, certainly the best.
And sure, it's another day, another time out on Woman to Woman. Yes, where we have the privilege to talk about things related to women. And you get to find a lot of women saying in the society, yes, they have more issues as regards, when it comes to the home front and all of that. All right, today on Woman to Woman, it's with yours sincerely, Oloije Oikokai. And we are urging all women out there to come close to their TV set, because they will definitely be, getting knowledge as far as Woman to Woman is concerned today. Now, the topic we have before you is coping with divorce and starting over. Now, a lot of persons will be of the notion, can anyone actually or ever cope with divorce and the startup? How is it like? You have the issue of you're getting married, you're happy, two shall become one, and all of a sudden you're already talking about divorce. Anyway, let's not go in properly right now. Let's introduce our guest today, and we have the person of Abigail Aho Bayi. She is a social welfare officer. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, viewers.
Okay, now we're talking about coping with divorce and starting over. And in my own head, can anyone actually, overcome the issue of, we got married, to both families coming together, celebrating the union and everything, and all of a sudden, a year after, sometimes month after the celebration, yes, you get them talking about divorce and all of that. Now, bearing in mind that I think last month we had an issue of a woman that got separated from her husband just because of rights. So different things can actually result to one going to the fact that, okay, the resolve is we should go our separate ways, divorce and all of that. So we want to know, can one actually cope with divorce? But first off, so persons out there might not know the meaning of divorce, just in case. So let's get to know what is divorce, and we will from there, move over to how one can actually cope with divorce, the things that, one see as a green light or a red light, rather, that makes one to say, okay, I can't cope any longer. Let's go for divorce. So first of all, what is divorce?
All right. Thank you so much for that question. Now, when you look at the term divorce, in simple terms, it means the legal dissolution of a marriage. Yeah. Whether that marriage was conducted under customary laws or according to the act. So it means the dissolution of a marriage. Some people might also term it, okay, we are no longer together. Yeah. So maybe in a situation of, let's say, the man and the woman, they were married traditionally, and at the end of the day, maybe one of them said they are no longer interested in the marriage, and the bride price was returned. So traditionally, that means that marriage has been, because when bride price is returned, it signifies the dissolution of the marriage. So in simple terms, divorce means the legal or traditional dissolution of a marriage. Now, to your second question, if people can actually cope and what are some of the red lights? Yes. Was that what you said? Yes, like some people, like the red lights you can, that will show that, okay, this marriage is beyond repair or is beyond reconciliation, like there is no way forward. Now, firstly, I would like to say this, that divorce, like every other life challenges, is something that people can cope with. Because there is nothing new in life. There is nothing that is happening today that has not happened, you know. Divorce is often considered one of life's most challenging transition in life, you know. It's like a transition. Let's say, for example, you were once single, then you got married, and like you said during the introduction of this topic, people go into marriage with this expectation, with a lot of expectation. And in fact, I don't think, especially in this part of the world, I don't think most people go into marriage with the end goal of divorce. In fact, maybe at the inception, like even when they are getting married, they may have this feeling like there may be some kind of red flags, like there are some things they are seeing in the other person that they know they might not be able to cope with. But most people have this belief that once I'm there, once I'm there, everything will become better. They just have this belief that things will get better along the line. So most people don't go into marriage with that notion that, oh, one day I will end up as a divorced woman or a divorced man. Most people don't go into marriage with that mindset, especially in this part of the world. So people can actually cope with divorce, but it's a process. It's a process. It's just like when you lose your job. But I think divorce is more, is more traumatic than that. The loss of, let's say, a loved one. Yes. So if people can actually cope with that, then people can also cope with divorce. Then what was the second question?
Yes, the red flag.
Okay, I would say that in marriage, is not everything. It's not every little thing. Like the example you gave, the couple, it was even on their wedding day started because of rice. And sometimes little things can even lead to divorce. But I don't think it's every issue that should trigger divorce in a marriage. There are things that are too kind of trivial that can be settled among the couple. They can settle them. But when we actually talk about red flags that people should kind of put into consideration is when there is abuse in the marriage. Most times when there is abuse in a marriage, and when we talk about abuse, it is not limited to physical abuse. Abuse can come in different forms. It can be physical abuse, it can be emotional abuse, which is even as dangerous as physical abuse. Now, when we talk about abuse, most people just imagine physical abuse and
the fist fight and all of that.
The violence, domestic violence. And one thing about emotional abuse is that it takes a toll on you. Like, you will lose your self-esteem. It can even affect the way you parent your children. It can even affect the way your relationship with others. You begin to develop low self-esteem. So emotional abuse is as bad as physical abuse. Then it can also be financial abuse. It can also even be in the form of sexual abuse in marriage. Yes, it can happen. There are things that are happening in the society, and sometimes you'll be shocked, you'll be amazed, like, oh, can a woman, someone you are married, or do something like this to you? Or can your spouse that you are legally married, that you have agreed to do life with forever, do something like this to you? So I think when it comes to the area of abuse, you know, there are so many factors that can lead to divorce. Why most social scientists will tell you it has to do with financial issues, but I will say that the number one reason, or there is no universal or a generally agreed reason or factor that usually leads to divorce. But I would say one is when there is breakdown in communication. Like that couple, there was kind of a breakdown in communication. When couples can no longer sit down to agree on things respectfully or in a cordial way, it kind of hastens the conflict in the marriage, because sometimes issues will definitely come in marriage. It is normal. It's normal. In marriage, by the time that the man and the woman, they are not able to sit down and communicate, it kind of bring out other issues that are already underlying issues in the marriage, maybe like financial strain, infidelity, or unmet expectations. But even at times when they are having conflicts, they are able to sit down as husband and wife and discuss it accordingly. Communication is the life wire of every relationship, but I believe when there is communication, they will be able to resolve issues. But when there is a breakdown in communication, most often than not, sometimes divorce will become inevitable.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Abigail. So let's delve into coping with divorce. So as a woman, how would you, encourage women that are in the process of divorce, especially when they have children? Yes. As parents, they will have to sit their children down to start explaining and all of that. But before you get into how the mother can actually sit the child down to tell the child, oh, this is what the phase we are going through and all of that. But first off, your advice to to women, how can they cope with this divorce? We see a whole lot of them, they never saw it coming, but because of the emotional abuse, the physical abuse, something that they cannot tolerate any longer, friends, relatives come around and say, oh, manage because of the children. But still, they are saying to themselves, this man is doing this man is doing that, I can't cope with this any longer, divorce is the only solution. Now, after the divorce has been done, what should the woman do in order for her to be able to stand on her 2 feet and tell herself, this next phase is something I can actually do, and come out of the emotional, pressure, yes, that came out of the divorce? So what are the steps a woman can take?
Okay, to answer your question, firstly, I would like to say this, like the trauma, the pain, the emotional pain that comes with divorce or separation is not something that only the woman feels. It goes both ways. In fact, I think we don't really talk about the effects of divorce. We don't talk about it much on the aspect of men. I don't know, maybe it's because most times women are more expressive than men. In our society, there is this kind of burden on men to keep things to themselves. But in my field of work, men also feel it just the same way women feel it.
Okay. So yes, men. We know men also feel
Yes.
feel this pain also, but in the regards that it's the man's fault.
Okay.
What will a woman do?
Okay.
That is
all
the
right.
question I'm posing before
All right,
you.
okay.
It is woman to woman. So we want you to advise a woman out there
Okay, how
that
can she cope?
went into a relationship with a man, and this is not the man she fell in love with.
Okay.
All of a sudden the man has battered her, done different things, and she has gone for counseling and all of that, and there is still no resolve. So what should the woman do after this divorce has been done with?
All right.
Now the emotions, this man that she saw as the
Yes,
love of her
someone,
life,
yeah.
as someone that she's going to do life with,
yes.
is someone that has
You
turned out
built
to
your
become a
walls
lion.
around this
Yeah.
person.
So we want to know, what should this person do in order for her to come out of her shell, and gain her self-worth again?
All
Yes.
right, okay, there is no specific timeline for a woman going through divorce to heal or come out of the emotional pain. But healing is a process. Coping with the after effects is a process. So first off, I would like to advise any woman going through that phase to first of all accept the reality of the divorce. You need to accept that, okay, this is the stage that we are in. And most times before a couple end up dissolving their marriage, I think they would have exhausted every other option. Maybe they have met with their religious leaders, they have gone for
Legal advice,
legal advice, couples counseling, and this is the final stage, and it is what it is. It is inevitable. So I will first of all advise that woman to accept the reality of the divorce. Then it is perfectly okay for her to feel sad or even cry, feel disappointed, or even at times she might even feel relieved. Yes, there are times, because emotions is not something that you have control over, so she might actually feel relieved. So she should allow herself to go through the emotions. It's part of the healing process trying to suppress your emotions or trying to pretend that, oh, it didn't happen, or I want to keep up appearances, I want to show to people that, okay, I don't feel what is happening to me, or I'm not sad, or I'm not traumatized. It doesn't help. So the woman should acknowledge her feelings, she should acknowledge her emotions. Then secondly, I would advise such a woman to kind of forgive herself. You know, there are so many emotions that come with being divorced. Sometimes, while some women may blame the man, like the man is at fault, you know, grieving comes in different stages. If you have ever lost somebody, there are times you're like, oh, why did this person do this thing that led to, you understand? At times it's like, okay, it's my fault, it's because of something I did. You know, there are times you might begin to feel like it's her fault. Maybe there is something she would have done differently. So she needs to forgive herself. She needs to forgive herself. Then she needs to also kind of rediscover herself. And there are several ways you can rediscover yourself as a woman. You can learn some courses, you can begin to read books, you can learn new skills. In fact, pick up a new hobby or an hobby you used to have that you abandoned. You know, sometimes, most especially we women, sometimes when we get married, we tend to kind of lose ourselves. Not all women. There are some women that, but it's more common among females. They put their career on hold, their business on hold, because they want to take care, concentrate on their own. They want to take care of the children. So the divorce, after the divorce, is now also a time for you to rediscover yourself, things you love to do. Maybe you were once excelling in your career. Maybe it's time to kind of dust up your credentials and maybe go back to the workplace. That can also help you to remove your mind from the pain that you are feeling. So
in a nutshell, you're saying it's important for the woman to get herself busy.
Yes, it's very important. You know, though sometimes some people will feel like, okay, why was the woman not doing all this in the marriage? So that's the reason why I said sometimes in marriage, because you have so many things going on. In fact, abuse can even make some women lose themselves.
Okay, you know what, Abigail, I will pause you there. Let's go on a quick short break. Remember, we're all talking about coping with divorce. Don't go nowhere. All right, welcome back. If you just joined us, this is Woman to Woman. Yes, women out there, we all here just because you are there. All right, so we have been talking about coping with divorce and starting over. It's just like a new phase, you know?
Yes.
It's like someone that has actually, you know, transited from primary, you're entering into secondary, because this is something that you have done before. And to some women, they have actually, you know, gone through that line, but some others, they haven't. So Mrs. Abigail has been talking about how you can actually cope with divorce, but I don't think, is this something we can actually cope with? Is this something that in a long run you can forget you ever was in a relationship with that particular man?
Why not? Yes.
Okay.
In the long run, sometimes even when you find love again, you know, sometimes, so it's easy. Not that easy, not that easy, but I think along the line, you know, there are some times
you just find joy,
yes,
you just find a way to, you know, relieve yourself of that experience.
Sometimes when you experience a traumatic event, you might think, oh, this is the end of my life. I will never regain myself. But sometimes over the years, sometimes you begin to ask yourself, was I the one that was crying over that thing at that time? You understand? So most times I think time sometimes help us to heal over the time.
Okay. All right, so for parents, women that, you know, in the marriage, they have children, so how can they actually, you know, sit their children down and explain this part of their life to the children, especially when the children has come of age?
When they've come of age, I think it's far easier when they're of age. All right. Okay. One thing I would like to say is that the fact that a marriage has ended in divorce, it doesn't mean that both parents will not have continuous relationship.
Some don't. Some
yes,
don't.
Yes,
yeah.
I know that. But it's very important because the children are not the reason for the divorce. They are not, even if, sometimes, because we need to, I'm also a teens coach, so we need to put into consideration the feelings of the children. Some children, especially those that are more matured, like you said, at times they may feel, okay, maybe there is something I am doing that's resulted to my parents separating. Maybe especially if that child is one that is kind of problematic or has been giving the parents issues, they might think, okay, maybe I'm the cause or I'm the source of, I'm the kind of foundation of the issues that my parents are having. So I think it falls on both parents to give the children a proper understanding of what is happening. Firstly, I will say that it is very important for parents to be honest with their children. Honesty should be your watchword as a parent. I don't believe in hiding things from children, but because you want to be honest about the true reality of things, it doesn't mean that you should go into every detail.
In depth.
Yes, you don't need to go in depth. Then you also need to put into consideration the age of the child. So like you said, for children who are older, but I think children who are older, let's say from 11, 12, they might be more understanding compared to younger children. How do you explain to a toddler that mommy and daddy are no longer together? In fact, I don't really, most of them will not even understand. In fact, I think they will even feel it more than the older children, because by the time you have teenagers, sometimes that teenage stage, yes, is a transition period. They are just like mini adults. Some of them like there's no big deal. They may even have friends in their class that have experienced something like that. So it may not be too difficult for them, but for younger children, they may feel it. So I will encourage parents, any woman that is going through maybe a separation or a divorce and they have to move away from the home, or the parents are not living apart, they need to explain it to the children in a way that they will understand, in a kind of an age appropriate way. But in the process, that doesn't mean you begin to demonize your spouse or your ex to them, because it can lead to confusion. It can kind of bring about instability in the family dynamics.
Okay. All right. So quickly now, before we go, let's, we haven't talked about co-parenting, because in all of this, the children, how can the mother, the father come together to, do their different duties? You hear the father say, no, you are not taking my children. Yes. The mother says, no, I will take my children. So, and this results to them going to court for custody and all of that. So how can how can co-parenting come in and they still having the love of the father and the love of the mother?
All right, like I said earlier, the fact that a marriage has ended, it doesn't mean the relationship with the children should also end, because the children need that bond with both parents. There's a kind of love or kind of relationship a child will have with the mother is not the same with what the child will have with the father. So both of them are different but still important. So the children need that relationship. They need to build relationship with both parents. And because the man and the woman are no longer living together under the same roof, it doesn't mean that the children should be alienated from either of the parents. So that's where co-parenting come in, peaceful co-parenting. Now, some of the things that the parents should do is, okay, after letting the children understand that this is the new reality of things, there are times you have to spend time with mommy, there are times you need to spend time with daddy. So I think first off, what the parents need to do is that they need to try and communicate in a kind of a respectful and polite way, because there are times whereby you will have to, you want to give certain information to your child, or there are times you'll be on the phone with your ex-partner, and there are some things you want to say that might even lead to arguments. Such things you don't need to do it in the presence of the children. Depends on who is the primary custodian. If the mother is the primary, maybe they've gone to court and the court has awarded custody to the mother. Most times, women usually wins custody of the children, especially if they are minors, if they are little. So if the woman is the primary custodian, the woman should make sure she keeps up with the agreed visitation access. She shouldn't deny the other parents or her ex-husband access, except there is a kind of a case of abuse. Let's say the father of the children is physically or verbally abusive, or there is evidence to show that if the children are in contact with this man, it will be detrimental to their well-being. So that needs to also be agreed upon in court. It's not something she needs to decide. If she has her own reservation that I don't want these children to be in contact with this man, she also has to state that maybe during the divorce process. So that will be also looked into. Then I think, but in the case of them co-parenting, they have no issues. The woman should try to ensure that she encouraged the children to have a kind of a healthy relationship with their father. She should stop. She shouldn't be saying negative things. Your father is a monster, irrespective of what he has done. Because sometimes there are some people will tell you that they have their reservations concerning such statement, that there are some men that don't make good husbands, but they make good fathers. So sometimes I think in every statement there is a kind of atom of truth in it. So it's possible that the man might not have been a good husband to her, but he might be a loving father. So she should encourage the children to have a healthy relationship. Then there was something you mentioned. There also need to be consistency in terms of their parenting style, in terms of discipline, method of discipline, their routine, or in terms of their education or their health care. So what I mean is that when the woman is saying A, the man should not be saying Z. You understand? So if, for instance, you've agreed that this is the school, yes, they should be in unison. For instance, I've seen situations whereby because the man and the woman are divorced, I will say, I'm sorry to say, some people might not take this, but I think it's more common with men, or most times the parents with visitation rights. They want, or especially if they want the court to award custody of the children to them, you see them, they become more permissive. They no longer set boundaries. Discipline, they will just remove discipline. Maybe when the child comes to visit them, they will allow the child to play games, watch movies way beyond their bedtime. They will give them things, you understand, over-spoil them, overindulge the children. So there should be consistency in the parenting style, in their values. In terms of the education, this is the school they are attending. Why do you want to change their school for no reason? You understand? So there should be consistency, because when there's no consistency, it kind of affects the children emotionally. It brings about instability.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Abigail Agobayi, for taking out your time today to make sure that we know more on the topic as explained. Yes, co-parenting, coping with divorce and starting over. It's very essential for us to know that yes, this is not something that we just dust our books and we just go start reading, but it's something that we need to understand the magnitude of divorce and how we can start over as women. Thank you so much, Mrs. Abigail. I hope when we call on you next time, you will do well to be here with us again. Yes, all right, and we'll be seeing again next week for another exciting time on Woman to Woman. Do have yourself a blessed day. Bye for now.
Another interesting episode of Ladies Night today. We're going to be talking about another interesting topic. So are you a woman out there that you realize that you pray more about money than you actually have money to spend? Or you're there if your husband or partner, boyfriend, anyone decides to withhold an allowance for you this month, you're practical, how many days will you survive? Or you're that woman that if something happens to your job this minute, will be doing GoFundMe for you to survive. Or it doesn't stop there. Are you a parent who you have daughters, but you have no properties in their names? You've not thought about securing their financial future. Well, today's topic is definitely for you. We're talking about financial freedom for women on the show today. By the way, my name is Daisy Leo Asikidi, and I have a very gorgeous lady right here by my side. Her name is Lydia Azuka. Lydia, it's good to have you on Ladies Night.
Many thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. You look like financial freedom.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so when you hear financial freedom, what comes to mind? What does it mean to you as a person?
Okay, well, financial freedom to me, it means making life decisions without financial limitations. Yeah, that means having enough savings, having enough investments, having enough assets to just fund your lifestyle and your future goals. So that's what financial freedom means to me.
Beautiful. So it's not fake it till you make it.
No.
Because, you know, this fake life is not aesthetic. So, guy, you start the fake life, but you realize how much you need money to sustain it when you start it.
That's right.
But this fake it till you make it is not a new statement or a slogan that we're just hearing for the first time. Even in churches, we hear it. We see it on social media. What would you say about that belief, fake it till you make it?
Yeah, I think that works for people that are not financially free. Because if you're financially free, you don't need to fake it. It's there. You just live your life, achieve your goals, and just, you know. So it's for people that are not financially free. And I think, yeah, for Nigerians, it works because it helps us to look like we've arrived. It helps us to look like, yeah, we're achieving our goals, we're getting there. We're not there yet, but we'll get there. So it's something that is...
it's not totally bad.
It's not totally bad, exactly. It's okay to fake it till you make it, but don't borrow to fake it till you make it. I think that's where we draw the line, where you now start borrowing or you start going to the extreme. You're going to extra miles to actually fake it, to fund your fake lifestyle. That's when it becomes a problem. But if you can actually like fake it till you make it, it's okay. Like the way I'm dressed now, you said I looked like I'm financially free, but I'm not. I'm not faking it. Do you get?
Oh, please.
Oh, no, that's true.
With the insecurity in town, is anyone who's going to come tell you that they are financially free? I know what you're saying. I get it. Okay, so I can use AI to put myself in a beach in Seychelles. Meanwhile, I'm somewhere in the Usulu market.
You don't want to go there. Because I am an AI analyst myself.
Okay.
I create a lot of AI videos and AI pictures.
Oh, really?
For people. Yeah, I do that. I do that for people. I do that for myself also. And then when I create these pictures, I just imagine like, oh my God.
When?
So you see that fake it? AI is now even joining us to fake it, to make it. So it's awesome.
So you can actually achieve it with AI instead of borrowing to go to these places and then when you come back you're hiding because your debtors are at your door. And then before we know, they say this person commits suicide. God forbid. You know, we're very religious people. We have to put God in whatever conversation we're having. But how can a woman indeed achieve financial freedom and not be so dependent on a man or on a particular job? Without this job, you're not going to feed, you won't survive. If something happens to one source, your source of livelihood today, it's gone. I've heard stories of fathers that passed and the children had stopped going to school. They just couldn't cope. Those who were in institutions, our institutions that you think might have learned a thing or two about survival, they've been sheltered all their lives. Their dad passed, they had to leave that private university and try to get into a federal school. They couldn't get in, or they had to learn business. One thing or the other, the story just keeps spiraling downward and it's pathetic. So how can a woman indeed achieve financial freedom?
Okay, I love that question so much because that's like the apex of why we're here. I think the first thing for me is education and skill development. Okay. As a woman, you need to be educated. There's no, gone are the days where they say a woman's education ends in the kitchen, or what a woman has to do is just to cook, cater for children and all that. No. As a woman, you need to be educated. You need to go for skill development. Some people don't want to go to school. You can learn a trade, learn a skill. That's the skill development I'm talking about. Learn a skill, do something with your life, go to school, till the highest, like go for your master's, go for your PhD, become a professor, depending on what you want. But you see, education, it's so paramount in financial freedom and skill development also. And then the second point I want to talk about is savings. As a woman, you have to save. Now you have a job or you have something doing, you have a business, you really need to save. Don't just finish up your salary or your income from your business. Always save. Put out some money every month to save for your future and all that. So savings is really, really important in financial freedom. And lastly, I want to talk about having multiple streams of income. Yes. Don't just depend on that your business. Don't just depend on that your job, you know. Have multiple streams of income. Have a side hustle. Have something you're doing to elevate your standard of living. So as a woman, I think for me, these are like the three major points in financial freedom. First of all, be educated, develop your skills, have a saving habit, and then have multiple streams of income. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. I remembered a conversation I saw. You know, Twitter is like a jungle. You see all kinds of things there. And okay, it's no longer Twitter, it's called X. But at the time when I saw this conversation, it was Twitter then, where someone was saying, when I become, and now I've graduated from school, I am now an aunt. So all my uncle's children will see Pepe. The times I asked my uncle to buy me something and he would say, I'll see what I can do. I kept waiting and he never did anything. Now I'm going to be the one telling his children, I'll see what I can do, and I will not do anything. And then I kept reading and comments were just coming. I was laughing and someone else said, well, now I am an aunt. I've actually seen why my uncle could not see what he could do.
Exactly. Like
so until you get to some stages in life, you will not understand. You will just think everybody's out to get you. And that's why when we're talking about you have to be financially free, we know what we're talking about. You need to have emergency funds. Things happen. Things that you do not plan for, things that you were not expecting. If they suddenly happen, what will you do? If your phone that you're using right now should go bad, will you be able to get that same kind of phone within the next 2 days without borrowing or putting it? I've even seen on status where people do, can someone just buy data for me?
Oh my God.
And it's always a woman.
Data.
Yes, it's always a woman.
Oh, wow.
I'll be so embarrassed, like, really? Which data are you using to put today that you want data?
Borrowed data. It could be borrowed data.
Oh my God. Let's not even begin to talk about this. You go, I'm so bored. Will someone take me out for ice cream? Will someone take me to the cinemas? Take yourself out. You don't need anybody to do these things for you. All right? Well, we're going to go on a break quickly on the show. When we return, the conversation continues. So thanks so much for staying tuned. It's still Ladies' Night right here on Independent Television, and we're talking about financial independence for the 21st century woman. Okay, so Lydia Azuka has been my guest so far. We're still on this conversation, and at this point, I want to ask you, Lydia, about some of the mindset about financial independence you think society has that needs to be overhauled. Are there any you've seen so far, as from when you were a child to now that you grow?
Yeah, of course. You know, I will start by talking about the inheritance aspect. You see, a father dies and the boy child takes everything, leaving nothing for the girl child. It's really appalling.
Sometimes we get Ashwebi.
Ashwebi, yeah, that's from our mothers, right? Yeah, but we also need to get properties too. Well, I know we're women, and I think it's an African mentality thing, whereby they feel like, okay, the women will get married and leave the family and go with the inheritance. So they majorly focus on the boy child, carrying the name of the family and all that. It's just an African mentality, because I know in the Western world it doesn't happen like that. So this is one of the limitations of financial freedom for women, because how do you narrow the fact that the boy can get the properties, the inheritance, and then the women get little or nothing from it? That's really appalling. I think our culture should address that. Our society should really address that, yeah. And another limitation to financial freedom for women, it's this industries paying the male staffs more than the female staffs. I see industries like that because they are male, they should earn better, and then the female earn lesser. It's really a societal thing, and it's a limitation to women. I think that should be curbed. Women should earn as much as the men earn in industries and workplaces. Yeah, I think for me, I'll go with those two for now. Yeah.
You know, when you talked about the pay gap, I just talked about politics as well, where women practically have to beg for positions. You know, the field is not level playing. It's not a level playing field for men and women when it comes to politics. You're doing meetings very late in the night and you say, okay, if you want to play politics, come at night. You forget the fact that she's a woman.
Yeah.
She's still going to take care of her family, or you don't want her to have a family. She will prioritize her family. It's just normal. And that's why you need to create that time to be flexible enough to accommodate her if you really want her to compete. Don't make it so difficult. It's just like a very rich man say, I want to buy a land, and this land, the poor man had already gone to price it, and then they say it's 50K, and he has 51,000 in his account. Okay, I'm going to buy. And the rich man hears and say, let's make this thing fair. You go behind the poor man to tell the owner that I will pay you 10 million. And then you say, whoever can pay it, let's make it. No, that's not fair. That's not fair playing. That's not. So that's what usually happens in politics. You make it very difficult for a woman to thrive, and then you say you have spaces. So if a woman needs to get a space, just give, let's have 2 women in the House of Assembly, you know, and give them. It's not the right way to go about it. So yes, I agree with you on that one. I totally agree. Okay, so still talking about financial freedom for women, are there some challenges that could possibly be faced by successful women in the society?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, they face a lot of challenges. You know, when you're financially stable as a woman, you are tagged prostitute, like, oh, she's sleeping her way through the top. How did she get her money? Her house, how did she build that mansion? Who gave her that car? It must be one allergy, one cheap. Yeah, women face that a lot, especially in this part of the world, in Nigeria and in Africa. So one of the challenges women face, like financially independent women, is the stigma of how did she make her money? How did she make her money? You know, especially men, they don't want they don't want women to be financially stable, and they don't want to agree. They don't want to come to that school of thought that women can actually like have it all, like have the money, the houses, the cars, the luxury and all that. So that comes with a lot of stigma, and it's really sad that in this part of the world it's like that, you know. And there's this stigma of when a woman is financially independent, she's not submissive. Men, we get that a lot from men. You see men shying away from financially independent women. Like, no, this one will not be submissive. No, they want to go for a woman that they can control. You get that? So a lot of women now shy away from even becoming financially independent because they want to get married, they want to raise a home, they want to raise a family. So when they meet men like these egoistic men who don't like their women to be financially stable, they become what's the word?
Can't you just pretend that you're not rich? Then okay, that's another problem, because when they find out that you're rich, They'll say you lied.
You lied. That's not that.
In fact, you will submit your wealth at the altar.
And that's another thing. When women become wealthy before they get married, when they get married, all their wealth goes to their husbands. That's what
to prove submission.
To prove submission, because the man wants you to declare your assets. He wants you to submit everything. And you see, that's where submission comes in. They feel like women will not want to submit their assets. They don't want to declare their assets or submit.
But should I tell my should I submit? Should I share my properties with my husband?
That is it. That's what marriage is about, right? Two becoming one.
Really?
So all you have now becomes your husband.
So is it okay for a woman? Should a married woman, really know all her husband earns?
That's right. As a married woman, you should know all your husband's earns.
Should his properties be in our name?
Daisy, that's a question for another day, because most men, they don't want their properties to be in their wives' names. So most times what they do, they use their children's names.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
If it's my child, that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. Even my wealth, if I have kids, they to be in their names.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them, male or female, doesn't matter the sex. They should have something.
Amazing.
Okay, but what are some other extra things women could do to make money? Because yes, we've said a lot of things, but someone might just be out there thinking, I have just 5K. How can I turn this my 5K to fund my lifestyle? What can I do? What's that extra thing I could do to start my journey to financial freedom?
Okay, yeah, to start your journey to financial freedom, first of all, the first thing I will tell you is, whatever you're doing for free, try and monetize it. Whatever service you're rendering for free, monetize it. Like me, I told you I'm an AI analyst. I create AI pictures and videos. I started making money from that. Daisy, you don't want to know how much is in AI. Like, they make a lot of money from that. And when I started, I was just doing it for the fun of it. Because, I love it. I love creating pictures. I love making videos.
Yeah.
But someone told me, Lydia, do you know you can actually monetize this? I was like, oh my God, yes. So when people come to me for pictures, I charge them like 5,000 naira per picture, and they want like 10 pictures in a day. And I do that for a month. Can you calculate how much that is? And I was just doing it for free. And so you're here watching me and you're doing something for free. I know you are. Just monetize it. I'm telling you, you could be making hair, monetize it. You could be making a dress for your sisters, for your friends. Let them pay for your services. Whatever you're doing, even if it's consulting, like people coming to you for advice, let them pay for your services. That's how you start your journey into financial freedom. And whatever you're doing, try and make investments. Yes, I know I told you about saving. You save and you also invest. There's a difference, a huge difference between saving and investing. Yeah, you save for a rainy day, but you invest for a brighter future. So try and invest in your little way. No matter how little you're earning, no matter how small, put that money into something that will create more wealth, more money for you. Yeah, so that's what I would say for now.
Okay, and the final question I have before we call it a wrap on the show today is, are there dangers to married women being 100% financially dependent on their partners?
Of course, Daisy, when a married woman is financially stable, she won't take rubbish. She would not take rubbish. A lot of women. That's why
they say we are not submissive.
That's it. A lot of women are in abusive homes. A lot of women are suffering in their marriages just because they are not financially stable, because they are not financially independent. They will ask you, oh, if I leave that marriage, where will I start from? Lydia, I don't have any money. I'm just here. I don't even have money to take care of myself, take care of my children. If I leave this man, how do I cope? You see, so a lot of women are just managing their marriages. They are just surviving. They are not enjoying their marriages. And when a woman is financially free, she will not take rubbish. She will not take any. A man married to a financially free woman respects that woman. Respect comes with financial freedom. So as a woman, I know you're married. You may not have like a lot doing right now, but try and work towards financial freedom. It's going to help you a lot in your marriage. It's going to help you a lot, and it will make your husband respect you. Even the society will respect you, and your children will look up to you. So yeah.
Thank you so much for your time with us today.
Thank you.
I had an amazing conversation with Lydia. I enjoyed myself, and I'm sure our viewers enjoyed themselves. So a couple of things I've learned from our conversation today is, one, if you're a parent watching me, please ensure you have properties in the names of your children.
That's right.
It doesn't matter the gender. Number two, don't say what you have is small and so you will not build on it. Don't stop. You can fake it till you make it, but do not borrow to fund the fake life. So the moment you start borrowing, you've crossed the line. That's the word Lydia said.
Yeah.
You draw the line at borrowing to sponsor your fake life. But you can fake it till you make it, to give you some respect and to allow you enter certain places where you can actually make it. All right? So don't look like your problems. We don't want you looking like you carry the whole world on your shoulders. And at the same time, we had conversations about how the traditional mindset about financially free women needs to change. The societal thoughts towards them, if you like, think that every rich woman slept her way through. That's your business. Women, do not let that limit you. Do not let that hold you back. Whether you're single, in fact, that you're financially free means you need to have a high standard. Let women that have confidence come to you. I know there are also going to be gold diggers coming, but you need to get wisdom to know how to pick. Those that are lily-livered, that are so scared to approach you because you have money, you don't even need them in the first place, because those are the ones that you'll be in their homes and you'll be in some kind of unhealthy rivalry, competition that you can't explain. Your husband will become your enemy because you married him. They are the ones who will try to make you stop doing what you're doing to get money. They're the ones who will tell you to become a full-time housewife even when they cannot take care of the home financially. So you don't need those men. Let's start from there, okay? And then lastly, I also heard that whatever you're doing for free now, monetize it. So if you've missed out on any part of this conversation, because trust me, it's not just this wrap up I said, there are a lot more things she gave to us in the course of the discussion. Just go to our page on YouTube at ITV, Independent Television Benin. Look for Ladies Night and click on some of our videos, this video, and you see several others there. All right, and Daisy Leah Sikidi, thanks for watching, and a big thank you from me to Lydia.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's my pleasure. We'll be back again next week. Please make it a date at the same time. Bye.
Honey got this on and it's on. But on chrome, never leave that Brooklyn alone. So if you say it's on and it's on.
ITV, certainly the best.
This is Akwa Game, a popular game in Africa played by our ancestors to entertain themselves after each day of farming. It is also relevant in our coronation in Africa. It is a sport and indeed very interesting, as every seed had a role in the game. Playtime is 45 minutes per set. There is no age limit as long as you can spin Akwa seed. Ayo or Akwa game, known as the game of intellectual. This game requires a lot of mathematical skills. Akwa game is played with carved wooden box containing 12 holes.
ITV, certainly the best.
All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's another lovely Monday evening, and of course, it's my pleasure to have you join us on yet another amazing episode of your ultimate rendezvous for guys on television. And I'm talking the Guys Hangout Show on independent television, reaching you live from the city of Benin. Now, for starters, the Guys Hangout Show is a unique show that teaches men to put themselves first in a society where the needs of men are hardly catered for. You know, it's very important that you invest in yourself as a man, just so you'll be able to give out to everyone around you. The show comes up every Monday on this station. My name is Harry Aigboje, and of course, it's my pleasure to have you join me on this episode of the show. All right, now, tonight we have a very interesting conversation, something that borders on trust issues. Now, a lot of times we hear people talk about trust, right? You know, some people accuse you of not trusting them enough. So the question we're asking tonight is trust automatic or is it earned? Yep, it's a very interesting topic, and it's something that I'm very sure a lot of you out there are going to find really, really interesting. Well, I'm not alone tonight. I've got two amazing people, two people who are really not new to matters of this nature. First of all, to my far left is someone that ran away, but he's back now. You know, I guess it's not unsafe to call him a prodigal son. Yeah, he's one of the founding fathers of the Guys Hangout Show, and it's always a pleasure to have him on the show. He goes by the name of Benedict Ochagu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Harry. I think prodigal would be a far-reaching word. Yeah, okay. But again, it feels good to be here this evening. It feels good, really, to be here. I've missed it here. I've missed the audience here on the Guys Hangout Show.
I've missed you as well.
Yeah, so sometimes it's just like that. We have to pay attention to more things, but sometimes you just have to have a blend, like a popular politician will say, Inyendeba. So it feels good to be here, and it's a pleasure being here.
And of course, it's a pleasure to have you. And of course, seated next to him is someone else who, you know, has been away for a while, but he's back with us now, and he goes by the name of Osas Zabayo. Welcome on board, Osas.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's great being here again. Though the last time I was here was on radio.
Okay.
The first time I'll be joining the Guys Hangout.
What was your experience on radio, though?
Wonderful, amazing. Very, very interesting, because back then you can just have fun behind the...
Yeah, behind the camera. I mean, nobody's watching you.
I'm telling you, but it was very interesting.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to be just as interesting tonight. All right, so let's get right to the business of the day. It's actually a very interesting conversation that we have before us. Trust issues. Now, I'm sure you guys can relate to, you know, the debates, or should I say the talking points around trust and trust issues, right? It's not uncommon to hear people say, because you love them, you should automatically trust them. So the big question we're asking tonight is trust automatic or is it earned? Because some persons would like to believe that just because you love them, like I said, you should naturally trust them. They don't have to earn it. You should love, I mean, love shouldn't exist without trust. As a matter of fact, love and trust go hand in hand, right? According to people in that school of thought. Do you share that school of thought? Let me begin with you, Benedict. Do you think trust is something that should be earned, or it's something that is just automatic?
Well, for me, for the fact that it is the word trust, for me there is no there's no line, there's no room for it being automatic, as long as it is the word trust. Okay. It is captured in the right sense of the fact that you have to earn it. There is something that happens over time. Even in trusting, you have to take your time to trust. You have to allow people earn the trust, like
prove themselves.
Yeah, like I said to somebody the other time, I told him that you were able to hurt me more than I deserve because I trusted you more than you deserve. Right? Yeah. People, when you trust people more than they deserve, the chances are that they might not really treasure that trust, and they might just give it away at any slightest chance. But when you allow people earn trust, they learn the skill of protecting it because they earned it. I advise that as a guy, you learn the art of protecting your space. And the word friend, I see a lot of persons that anybody around, just because you exchange the phone number with somebody, you say the person is your friend. The word friend is a very, very big word. And then you see some other persons, you meet somebody, just within the space of weeks, the person has known everything about you, your past, your present, and your future. That is for me recklessness. That is for me carelessness. And so when we are talking about trust, in my own perspective, I feel that people should earn the trust. People should really get a measure of trust, because sometimes trust is not holistic at the beginning. It goes from one layer to another. I can trust,
step by step.
Yeah, I can trust you on certain things, but in another thing, I might not really. So because of that sequence that it takes, I feel it's something that people should earn.
All right, Zabi, what's your perspective to this? Do you think it's automatic? Do you think that people should be trusted simply on the basis of their relationship with you?
Okay, so for trust, there are two phases to it.
Okay.
If you want to live a very simple, easy life, safe life, let people in their trust. But if you want to go very far, like very, very far, remove any. Just trust your God.
Just bestow trust on people, irrespective of whether they earn it or not.
Because there's this certain adage about how before you allow people in, have a certain knowledge of what they can do and who they are and all that. But I believe that if you really want to, I'm trying to coin it, not to.
If you have to apply that rule to everyone, then you won't have anybody in your circle.
Thank
Is
you.
that what you're
So
saying?
in fact, that's the point I want to try and hit on. Because if you want to be very safe and make everybody in their trust, like before this person comes into my space, before this person comes into my circle, I'm trying to see what this person can do, if he's going to hurt me, how he can hurt me. That is how trust is built, actually.
Yeah.
So in that particular moment, I'm trying to weigh and see how this person, his capabilities, his weak points, his anger issues. So at that moment, I understand everything there, I not trust the person. So in that phase, I know where to hurt the person or where the person can hurt me, and I'm trying to avoid all that. So trust, that is how trust builds, understanding and knowing people. That's why love is just a byproduct. Trust is a byproduct of love. Okay. Because when you love somebody,
you trust
just comes with it. It's just like one of the backpacks in love. So because you've known the person, you understand the person. But if you really want to go far, like most businessmen, entrepreneurs that go far, if you want to start banking on trust so much, you will not really go far. So
that's you taking it to the business angle.
Business angle, life angle, and all that. And in fact, relationship, there are most relationships that have started and this person throw trust out of the window. Like, let's just see how it goes. But there's, like I said, there are two ways about it. It might end well, it might not end well. If it ends well, it ends very well. But if it doesn't end well, it doesn't end very well.
Okay.
So most of the time, you might not be alive to see that it ends well.
Oh, okay.
But if it ends well, you're going to enjoy the ride. So that is one thing about trusting your guts. And then it's like you trusting yourself, trusting your gut, instead of relying on trusting the person. Now I trust myself. Do I want to do this? So that's how I see it, actually.
All right.
So there are two areas.
Fair enough, fair enough. Benedict, Zabi's perspective sounds really realistic. He tends to look at it from a realistic point of view, whereby he's saying that, you know what, if you're going to judge everyone based on their level of, should I say, credibility, you might end up not having anyone in your circle. And of course, the area that he mentioned is one that we are very much familiar with. You are a businessman, so I'm very sure you can relate to that. So what's your take to it?
Well, the thing is, I quite understand what Zabi is trying to say, but there are extreme for me to his submission, because when you're talking about, for example, you just love and he talked about trust being a byproduct of love. I quite disagree with that, because you can love somebody without trusting the person.
Is that possible?
It's possible.
Like, you think it's practical?
It's possible. No,
okay, explain. Throw more light on that. Okay.
Yeah, you can, for example, I can meet a lady, and maybe because of how, on the basis of certain parameters, I can fall in love with her. For example, they say you fall in love, right? So, but that may not necessarily mean that I trust that she can do this, I can depend on her on this. That may not necessarily mean that I trust that she isn't cheating on me. In fact, the people that are so much in love are being cheated on most, because love has a way of blindfolding them from taking account of certain things. You understand? Even when the red flags, even when the traces of that is supposed to be checked, because this trust or lack of trust is checked for sometimes, especially for those in love, because this is the guys' hangout show. And I know there are a lot of, especially younger guys out there that they are butterflies, you know, the kind of butterfly love and all of that. So this might just be a knowledge for them that, yes, you can love. For those who believe that you can fall in love, I know that with age, a lot of you will understand that you don't necessarily need to fall. You need to stand. But again, that is that
comes with experience.
With experience. So you can fall in love, you can love, but the fact that you love, for me, I believe that love should real love should be a byproduct of trust.
Okay.
Yes, because the reason why we have problem in our generation, people jump into marriages, jump into things they don't understand without taking account elements that makes marriage work. And the elements that makes marriage love is not necessarily love. It is trust, it is respect, right, and communication. Then if that is what makes marriage or relationship work, then it means that those things are as powerful as love itself. Right? So that is it. Then again, talking about the area where I agree with him in terms of business, because if you want to really do much in terms of business, you have to deal with people who are available. Sometimes you don't need to trust them. What you do, like he said, you trust your own girls. You create a system and trust your system. And so anybody you are bringing in works within that system. So you don't necessarily trust the individual, but you trust your system. Because if the person is this or that, the system will fish out the person. If we have been able to create a strong and dependable system for that. But even at that, when you are applying for the job, they will ask you to bring a reference, 2 references. And this person they ask you to bring are trust currencies.
Like guarantors.
Guarantors, yeah, that is the word, guarantors. These are trust currencies. And when they vet these persons that you are bringing, it is on the currency of these persons, because this person has been proven over time. They even give you specification that the person sometimes must be a director so and so place, or must be so and so, because it takes a level of pedigree to become a director there. So if that person can be a director, it means there is an element, there is an account of trust that he has earned over time. So on the basis, on his own currency, you are not being trusted. Not necessarily. So what I'm trying to say, that even in that sphere, trust is still being earned, either directly or indirectly.
Okay, trust is being earned either directly or indirectly. Now, how does, this question goes to you, Zabi, how does trauma, psychological traumas, determine your level of trust for someone?
Of course, of course. So when we talk about trauma, we deal with a lot of memories. In fact, it comes from memories, good, bad memories. So psychological trauma usually comes from bad memories. So looking at where we are right now, Africa, Nigeria in particular, where therapists are not really very common. And there's no much publicity for persons to visit therapists and all that. So many persons are working with trauma, working with psychological issues that are left untreated, and they just take it from one relationship to another. So that's why you see in a relationship, a girl that's gone through a traumatic relationship, and then she's in another relationship. And then the new guy just comes in and does a dance step. The dance step triggers a memory that she has with the previous relationship of her with her ex having that same dance step.
Something as basic as a dance step.
Something as basic as a dance step, and then it triggers trauma. So this is where trauma has to be treated. So I think this is another campaign for treating trauma and mental issues. But if you're not properly healed from issues of maybe past issues that led to trauma, you're just going to continue. You're going to continue taking it to the next relationship and the next relationship. And then, if this, like I keep saying, every man has his flaws. In fact, every man has one side that he's struggling with. Even a pastor has something he's struggling with. Most persons will shy away from that. So, if you not see one particular flaw that is actually supposed to be common or normal, it becomes a trigger for you, and then you start saying, "Oh men." So that's why that's where the statement coming. All men are the same.
Men has come.
All men has come. All men are the same. How did you try all of them? No, it's just a few of them that you just saw the same issue, the same trend, and then not that they are totally bad. Just one particular flaw. Maybe this man doesn't does his shoe before he enters the house, and then the whole house is dirty. That triggers trauma. So I believe this area at least totally goes away from trust actually, because at that particular moment, the person just does something with you, and then distrust comes in. Even if this is the best person for you, even if he treats you right, I think it's a popular artist says 99 good plus one bad makes you a bad person. So just that one bad, totally, the distrust totally comes in, and then you forget the 99 times that you had good experience. Okay. So that is how trauma works, and I believe that you just have to increase campaign for mental health issues, treatment of traumas and all that, which is totally in the low in this side of the world.
Well, in case you just joined us, it is the Guys Hangout Show on Independent Television, and tonight we're taking a look at trust issues. Is trust earned or is it automatic? Now, I would like to ask you this, Benedict. What do you think? Let's look at the patience factor. Okay, do you think patience is relevant in this discourse that has to do with trust and trust issues? Because a lot of times we tend to judge people before we even get to know them. So what role do you think patience plays in this?
Well, because I believe strongly that trust should be earned, and so I also have to prioritize and give a place of pride or a place of dominance to patience. Because if people will earn the trust, it means that I have to give them time to earn it, right? So I have to give them time to earn the trust, and if I have to give them time, one element that is key is patience.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to give people time.
But the question is, how much time is enough time? If we are talking patience, if we are talking about giving people enough time to prove themselves, how much time do you think you could possibly give someone to prove themselves?
I think that is not cast on stone. Okay. It differs with individuals.
And it's based on discretion?
Yeah, on discretion, and also with the person that you are dealing with. Okay. You might be lucky sometimes to find somebody who is great, a fast learner, who adjusts easily and all of that. But I think in building that trust, the first thing you look at is loyalty. Because until people are loyal to you, they cannot earn trust with you. Yeah, betrayal always comes with lack of loyalty. For example, if I'm working with Zabi and I am loyal to whatever we are doing, and I am loyal to the goal, the shared goals and everything, the chances are that I will not easily betray him because of loyalty. And then if, for example, I just have to start with the business aspect. And then if, for example, between a lady and a guy, if I am loyal to the lady, there's that level of loyalty, and she is also loyal to me, I think the chances are that over time, trust will be built fast.
Okay.
So that is why I say the first...
In other words, you're saying that loyalty builds trust.
Yeah, the loyalty actually is the first thing you look at as you are building trust. You look at loyalty. Because if they don't show that sign of loyalty, the chances are that trust will be a scarce commodity in that relationship, whether a business relationship or a relationship between a man and a woman. So when we are talking about how much time is enough, it's not cast on stone like I said earlier, but patience. Because sometimes one of the things that life brings people to you to teach you is patience. There are some of us that are short fuse, for example. When God sees that you are short fuse and God sometimes wants to deal with that issue with you, He brings somebody who is so much, who is a lot around you. And then if you can manage that person, automatically you are not just making that person better. You will find out that over time you have become a better person.
Okay.
That is why you see that men that are married for 10 years, for example, after 10 years of marriage, single ladies always seem to be attracted to those men. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Yes, single ladies actually seem to be attracted to men that are married maybe after 10 years, after 15, 20 years.
Because they have an experience with women.
Single ladies actually, the reason is that when you make comparison between your single guy and this guy and the married man has learned patience with his wife. The married man has learned to take nonsense, that nonsense that your single guy does not take. This married man has learned the art of taking nonsense. He has learned the art of being patient, because his wife is a lot. They are trying to get ready to go to church. The wife woke up by 5 a.m. The man woke up by 6:30. He will still get ready before the wife and be waiting for the wife. They will quarrel for some time, but after some time, the man will just learn that this is woman for you. And for us to have peace and for us not to spoil our Sunday every day, I have to be patient. So naturally, the man will adjust and learn the art of patience in order to deal with his wife. And so with that, because of that, there is something that has shifted in the man, in as much as he has worked on a woman, but something again positive has also happened to the man. That is why you see that young ladies sometimes seem to, beyond the financial, because the older a man becomes, the older sometimes, the more successful the man becomes. So young ladies, they also like successful, they are attracted to success, and then again, there are traits.
Okay.
There are traits. For example, Zabi is married. The way, those days when he was not married, when we rode together, the way he handled issue then, for example, when he arrived at the studio, he just called me that I'm here. And you could see from his voice, there was no agitation, there was no tension. Because over time, he has learned patience, he has worked with a woman closely for a long time. So you can see a Zabi that is now patient, that is now enduring. So that is what it is, patience. Not really time bound, but again, just be patient. Over time, it can work.
Thank you so much. We're actually pressed for time right now. So as we begin to wrap up, I would like you to respond to this, Zabi. Betrayal. How does betrayal ruin trust?
Okay, so betrayal. How does it ruin trust?
Yes.
Okay. I already have something that I was already planning to say.
Okay.
But betrayal would always find a way to ruin trust. That I would not blame the person actually betraying. I would blame the person that actually trusted.
Really?
Yeah. So I think now let me now go back to what I was planning to say.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this life, I would advise don't trust anybody. Trusting somebody.
Now you are sounding like Tubaba.
I
know you can't trust somebody. You have to trust
someone. And give him to the person.
Okay.
The only person you should give that gun to is the spouse. The only person that can actually betray me right now is my spouse. That's it. Not my kids, not my parents, nobody should be able to betray me, because when you're interacting and working with persons, you should always have
boundaries.
Not just boundaries. Not, in fact, don't have boundaries, but always analyze everything you see and hear. Everything you take in, analyze it. There should always be, okay, if you're working with somebody, there should always be a plan B and then a plan C. There should always be contingency, because nobody should be trusted. If push comes to shove, everybody wants to save their head.
Sure.
So
it's every man for himself.
So save yourself from betrayals. I believe this is what is taught to most of these guys in the forces. You don't trust the next person standing next to you except your brother. You understand? So to avoid every form of betrayal, don't trust anybody. I believe we're all talking about trust.
Yeah, sure.
Don't trust anybody.
The truth is that betrayal does a lot of damage to trust. In fact, sometimes it goes beyond the person that even betrayed you. But again, betrayal is also an important teacher, because it teaches you. Because like what Zabi was trying to say, I learned that very late. Because before somebody will betray you, there will be traces to it. People don't just wake up to betray. You will see disrespect. You will see traces. So analyze those traces and deal with it before it gets to the big
analyze
issues.
Those traces, deal with them, and ensure you tackle them before they become a monster that you have to start running helter-skelter in order to conquer. Well, it's been an amazing show tonight, and I want to say a very big thank you to my guests, Benedict Ochagu, and of course, Zabayo Osas. It's been a very, very interesting conversation, and I'm sure those of you out there that have been watching have been taking notes, because there's a whole lot to learn from what they've said so far. Now, should trust be given to people without earning it, or should it be earned? Well, I guess that's left for you to answer. My name is Harry Agboje, and until I come your way again, same time, same station next week, do the right thing, stay out of trouble, and have yourself a lovely night rest. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best.